Hi, I'm Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. I hope everybody had a great solstice and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Today I am going to do a surprise past life reading on Dr. Anthony Fauci. Ta-da! So my guides showed me, allegedly or possibly, that Dr. Anthony Fauci is the reincarnation of Dr. Benjamin Rush. So who was Dr. Benjamin Rush? He was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, one of the lesser known or lesser famous people regarding that, but very famous, I'm sure, to physicians. He was born January 4th, 1746, and he died April 19th, 1813. So this is a remarkable man who I really didn't know anything about. I don't even remember if I'd ever heard that name before. I got most of my information from an article that I am going to share in my description from Nomadic Politics. It's titled Trump Care, Paul Ryan and Founding Father Dr. Benjamin Rush's Warning. And that was published, let me see here, March 21st, 2017. And very interesting article, really well worth reading. It's very prescient. I think that is the word. So who's Dr. Benjamin Rush, for those of you who don't know, including me a few days ago before I started reading up about him. This person was a physician, but also a politician, a social reformer, an educator, a humanitarian, an intellectual. He supported women's rights. He supported public education. He was opposed to slavery. He was a strong and staunch abolitionist. And he also supported reforming the penal system. He served as the Surgeon General of the Continental Army, became a professor of chemistry, medical theory, and also a professor of clinical practice at the University of Pennsylvania. Ahead of his time, he was known as the father of modern psychiatry. And actually at that time, he started classifying various types of mental disorders. He also was someone who was extremely religious. He had strong Christian convictions, and he was both kind of rooted in this strong traditional belief. He was also someone who believed in traditional medical practices of that time, like bloodletting and leeches, but at the same time, he was extremely ahead of his time in terms of his focus. And he did see the overarching need for things like taxpayers supporting education for all so that we could have a level playing field. And he thought that an educated society lifts everybody up, whereas if you have a portion of poor, uneducated people, then they're not, in his view, able to contribute as much in terms of their overall knowledge of history, etc., to participate in the system, which, you could say is why in a class structure there is a large portion of poor and uneducated people, because that keeps them out of the playing field. They don't engage as much, and then the rich, educated class can rule without fear of being voted out or conflicted with, because you keep everybody down. And you can see that so much in what the trajectory of Betsy DeVos, the attack on public education and what it's wrought in our society. So he really saw that potential, and that really came true. And I believe that Joe Biden is trying to remedy it, or the Biden administration. He also believed in free medical care, that medical care should be available to all. Bernie Sanders, you would think Bernie Sanders would be his reincarnation, but no. But that is something he wrote about, he believed in, he's widely quoted. So I really suggest strongly that you research Dr. Benjamin Rush and find out about him yourself. There's a lot that I haven't gotten into, just a short, brief synopsis of what I've gathered regarding Dr. Benjamin Rush on the internet. So Dr. Fauci, he also is extremely prolific as a physician, born December 24th, 1943 in Brooklyn, New York. I'm not sure where Dr. Benjamin Rush was born, but he was American. I think American born. His grandparents were immigrants. So Dr. Fauci, our beloved Dr. Fauci, an American physician and immunologist, director of the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, chief medical advisor to the president. An interesting fact, he has been the chief medical advisor to the president, or every U.S. president since Ronald Reagan. He's the winner, he was awarded, I should say, the Presidential Medal of Freedom by George W. Bush. I wanted to say George W. Bush. And he's also the chief head of the coronavirus task force. He attended the College of Holy Cross, and he graduated from Weill Cornell Medical College. His huge, or her most well-known contributions have been with AIDS research and other immunodeficiency diseases, including rheumatoid arthritis. He's made huge discoveries regarding religion. Initially, when I was researching Fauci, I thought, oh, he's similar to Benjamin Rush. Fauci was born Catholic. Obviously, he went to Holy Cross, or the College of Holy Cross, which is a Catholic college. But surprisingly, I found out that he considers himself a humanist, and he's turned away from organized religions. So we can diverge from incarnation to incarnation, and hopefully we do, to what we believed in the past, especially if our soul does not resonate with it anymore and we become more enlightened in terms of our own, or more informed by our own, I want to say, overarching global view of the world and our higher selves and our place in humanity and our connection with one. I'm not saying organized religions are wrong, but if one wonders, well, why wasn't he the same kind of staunch Catholic? I think Rush was Catholic. If he was not, forgive me, but strong Christian, rooted in tradition, like Rush. Fauci is continuing to evolve in his own personal and spiritual worldview. And that's what we hopefully all will be doing, incarnation after incarnation, not to stay stagnant. The cards I'm using today, again, as always, are the Cyril Marchetti Gilded Tarot. Although occasionally I'll bring up another pack, but usually I use this one. And there is, of course, a Sacred Destiny Oracle card for us. And I just realized I had not chosen it yet. I had not asked my guides, so perhaps we'll do that whilst recording. Or I'll just choose one, Serendipity, because I love serendipity. Okay, let's get on with it. The subject card for both Dr. Benjamin Rush and Dr. Anthony Fauci. The Star, oh, wonderful, the Healer. And I asked my guides to show me these cards. This is what they've shown me. Not, I haven't shuffled them and just laid them out. This is called Psychic Tarot, I guess. Above the world. So their actions have affected the world. They have impacted the planet. They are international in terms of their influence. In the past, this is Ten of Pentacles. My guides say this is prolific careers, not just doing one thing, but many different things. Renaissance men, they are prolific here. Underneath, Ten of Wands. This is each of these incarnations being tasked with extremely difficult challenges. Rush with the contagious diseases and the catastrophic diseases of war, and developing a new developing society. Also, this is, I believe, Rush, classifying mental illness. So fascinating that he was doing that at that time. And here we go, Dr. Fauci, having to deal with AIDS and the coronavirus, and taking on this very, very, very challenging task. In the future, so the future card for past lives is really kind of the trajectory of the end of their lives, what they the work that they were doing just before they passed, that what they've left undone, and the mark they've made on the world. And then near future for Fauci is near future, and this is progress. So Rush has brought the world ahead, moved the world forward in terms of its thinking, in terms of its discoveries, in terms of its ability to address various imbalances and diseases, and his progression also of thought, that whole realm of being an abolitionist, of supporting women's rights, of supporting public education. All of this, he's left his mark and helped made the world more progressive, move forward. And Fauci is on the same path here. And will continually move forward, I think, in terms of his impact and his curiosity and his energy in putting forth awarenesses, the ability to heal, the ability to increase to increase, let's say, the availability of a vaccine, and the motivation to I know, I'm sorry, I was kind of blocking, but this is a man who like, Fauci has been criticized for initially at the beginning of the pandemic saying masks probably wouldn't work, and then he sees the science, he sees what's happening, and he changes his mind and he goes, no, we need masks now. So he is always going to be someone who's going to look at the empirical reality of things and then modify what he thinks and do his very best to give us the best kind of advice, of information, of solution. He's never just going to be static. He's never going to be stuck in ego or anything like that. He is truly a man of science, truly a humanitarian, and he's going to help us move forward, carry us forward. The clarifying card, the Hermit. So both Fauci and Rush are pioneers in their fields, and pioneers often get criticized. They're not understood. They're sometimes thought to be foolish or madmen or whatever, but they carry on nevertheless because they have a mission, they have a goal. They're here to move us forward, and that can also often be a lonely place because they're going to go where we have not yet gone, and they're going to find a way for us. They're going to create the path. They're going to shed light on what is dark. The outcome card, and again, this is kind of paradoxical for a past life, but in this case, both of these men, famous, both of these men, the sun has shone on them. They have brought light on the darkness. They have been paramount or crucial for bringing us out of the darkness. They are moving us forward into our higher awareness, higher understanding, and the light shines on them. They are awarded for it. They are in the sun, and they are blessed by the sun, and they are bringing the sun to us. But this higher understanding, this higher awareness, and the truth shall out here. So this is my reading on the possible incarnation or reincarnation of Dr. Benjamin Rush as Dr. Anthony Fauci. Now, I know there's a lot more to this, and oftentimes after I do a reading and then certain things develop, maybe this card will be something I didn't think about, but it will evolve if it does. Remember this card, the Chariot. These cards often have so many different meanings. But this is moving forward. This is progress. If we are in balance in our rational minds, but also moving ahead with compassion in our hearts. This is the Chariot. So we'll see if it also manifests as something else that is commensurate with the card. Okay, let me know what you think. I was surprised. My guides had to give me so many different clues to get to Dr. Rush. But we got there, and then when I started comparing their pictures, same old story. Oh, okay, yeah, I can really see the likeness, the soul, the similarity, and then the quotes. They're both very prolific in terms of their quotes. And although there's some differences, there they are. It's crazy. So let's see about our oracle card. Oh. Okay, I'm going to ask my guides. This is a card we have not had before. Oh, okay, they're saying that was the card. And the card that is chosen for us today is Voyage. Let's see what it is. I have not even read that about that card yet. It's got to be at the end here. Oh, I think it's at the very end. Oh, no. It's just a few more cards after that. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Get ready. You are about to embark on a journey. It might be an inner sojourn or an outer voyage. to a distant land. It might be a project or an idea that is coming to life, but most certainly you are an intrepid traveler, sailing forth into the unknown. Where do you want to go? What have you always wanted to do or be? This is a time to make it happen. Get prepared. Have a clear vision of what you want to experience. But also be prepared for the unexpected. This is part of the exhilaration of being a traveler. Remember to enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination. Voyage. This is interesting because this is really the time when we are going to be able to travel again. So, and it could also mean an inner voyage. Let me know if this resonates for you. You guys, I hope you were able to enjoy the summer or the winter, wherever this is finding you in the world. I wish cool breezes for everyone in the hot weather out west. We are blessed here in Michigan, in southeastern Michigan where I am, because even though it was really hot, not as hot as you guys, not in the hundreds or anything like that, but it was really hot and humid. We had this magnificent storm on solstice night, and now it is cool. I think it's 70 degrees today, something like that. It's so nice. Everybody take care. I love you. My love to you all. I will be back probably Sunday. Be well. My love to you all, okay? Take care. Bye.